L'equilibrio è ciò che comanda il mondo.
Balance is what rules the world. Yin and yang, black and white, natural and artificial. In short, the complementary opposite, necessary and sufficient to create as a whole a perfect, infinite continuity. But what does this have to do with a boat? Well, like everything else, a boat must have her balance of form and substance, design and practicality, performance and comfort in navigation.
Praticità, performance e comfort in navigazione. Ed è proprio con questo obiettivo.
It is precisely with this aim that the new FIM 440 Regina was conceived. Today I'm in Chioggia in Italy to test it out. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy the show. This is The Boat Show. Fabbrica Italiana Motoscafi, FIM, was established in 2019 from the idea of Corrado Piccinelli and Manuela Barcella, with the subsequent joining of Vannis Marchi, a renowned businessman in the fashion industry. At the expenses of the young age of the project, the shipyard's great maturity is a legacy derived from the experience in the nautical service field, precisely of the two founding partners. They first imposed practical and effective solutions, as well as style and design on every technical and structural detail of their hulls. At the stern, the large hydraulic platform can be submerged entirely up to a depth of 1 meter below the sea level. This helps in the hauling and launching maneuvers of the tender, with a maximum capacity of 500 kilos.
Qui, sul montante della movimentazione,
here, on the handling upright, two structural steps with PVC treads. The oversized cleat acts as a handling for boarding. We have just started, but here in this area, everything seems optimized for convenient use, as well as an aesthetic issue. Great start. The upholstery of the aft sun deck is recessed in the fiberglass, remaining secured in navigation. The aft sun deck is completed with a telescopic table and an ingenious handling of the backrests. This way, there's no need of cushions or extensions. It's brilliant. And look at its dimensions. The terrace's handlings complete the walkable area, measuring 15 square meters. All good, but how was the handling engineered? The electro-hydraulic pistons work vertically inside the fixed bulwark, with dedicated access to inspectionability, without having to remove teak in case there is need for assistance.
To
limit stress during motion, the peripheral area of the deck was lightened by using sea deck instead of solid teak, which makes the design more dynamic and increases grip on the edge, even if you walk on it with wet feet. This way it becomes a perfect trampoline.
L'hardtop è una struttura decisamente importante.
The hardtop is a very important structure. It covers almost 2/3 of the entire boat, but without being bulky. This is because of the lines that develop in style on two different levels, continue synergistically the sporty spirit of the hull.
La movimentazione lamellare elettrica e la scelta poi dei materiali.
The electric laminar handling and the choice of materials, aircraft-derived recycled carbon for the panelling, and core and steel inserts for even the most hidden details give even more of the refined and elegant perception that characterizes the entire project. In addition to the vertical lines, also important are the geometrical horizontal lines that define the spaces on board. A large central formwork extends to the kitchen module amidship, safely containing the helm station and protecting you when going below deck with its windows. The freeboard accompanies you from stern to bow without interruptions, ensuring the passage of anyone on board. At the bow, the sun deck measures 2 meters by 1.8, and the second foldable counter seat completes the most intimate relaxation area on the whole boat. The choice of the materials and finishes, the essences and the hues are the keys with which the highest expression of Italian design and celebrated taste has been sought below deck. Domestic-derived stairs are full width and accompanied by a designer handrail. On the port bulwark, the internal kitchen, opposite to the 230-litre fridge, blends with the livable dinette, which is characterised by a luxurious minimalism. Here as well we have a telescopic table, and when closed it completes the second cabin. The two heads are symmetrical, and they are connected through a single full-width central shower.
La cabina armatoriale è a centro barca e a tutto vaglio.
Amidship there is a full beam master cabin, and it is the only area that has been developed on a different level, making it less susceptible to rolling, notably increasing comfort on board.
Sensibilmente il comfort a bordo. Il letto è centrale, opposto ad un ampio divano.
There is a central bed opposite to a large sofa. The volumes they have managed to create in this area are really impressive, certainly enhanced in their perception by two very large windows from which there are wonderful views. Well, there is something that is certain. FIM 440 Regina is a boat that seems larger than what it actually is. I mean in the deck and below deck spaces. So there is a question arising. How will it feel at the helm? Will I have the idea of steering a much larger boat than a 44-footer? There is only one way to discover it. Let's test it. Already from the dashboard, this intention seems stated because it is gigantic. There are two 16-inch displays where I can control everything from domotics to navigation data. On the left, I have the on-off push button, JL audio and the control screen of the zip wake system. On the right, we have the electronic throttles, the joystick, the bow thruster, and a second redundant screen of the Volvo Penta motorisation. The FIM 440 Regina has two possible engine sets, 380 horsepower Volvo Penta D6, or the one mounted here today, two 440 horsepower D6 by Volvo Penta. Let's bring it into planing mode. 1,778 RPM. 9.4 knots. The wake detaches at 10.5 knots. But at 15 knots, the hull better stretches on the water. Zip wake system helps it, and we are consuming 70 litres per hour totally. One of my initial fears was that such a large dashboard could invalidate the view at the bow. Despite the fact that I'm not really very tall, I can see very well. I don't need the footrest, which is there anyway if needed. The windshield, added to these windows, is very covered. I don't get even a single trickle of water. I'm sure that in the warmest moments, when opening the plates, all the heat that would be created in this area would be drawn away. The second prerogative was comfort while navigating, so let's go out and really test it. The total dry displacement of the boat is 13 tons. The hardtop is made of vacuum resin infused carbon fibre. The hull, on the other hand, is hand laminated with vinyl ester resin and fiberglass. 25 knots, 3,000 RPM. I'm consuming 140 litres per hour total. Full bar heeling degrees are no more than 17. This means the mass is there. It is true, but it's concentrated and arranged well in the lowest part of the hull. I have to navigate carefully today in the waters in front of Chioggia. The sea is full of trunks. In the past days, the bad weather released a lot of debris coming from the rivers into the sea. But she is agile, and I can steer clear of them.
Adesso è arrivato il momento che preferisco perché il cantiere
The
dichiara...
moment I prefer has come because the shipyard claims that with this motorisation, twin 440 horsepower Volvo Penta D6, the hire available on board, the new FIM 440 Regina can reach and top 35 knots. So today, as always, I have two goals. The first one is to reach them, the second to top them.
Superarli! Il sistema di zip wake lo lascio in automatico. Io vado a lavorare sul trim.
I leave the automatic zip wake system on and I'll work on the trim. With propeller incidents all negative, we easily reached 36.4 knots. Let's see if by raising the trim I can make the hull lighter and gain some knots.
Tirando sul trim ho già preso più di 100 giri minuto.
Raising the trim, I have already gained 100 RPM for each engine. We're at 3,749 RPM, consuming a total of 179 litres per hour for a maximum speed of 36.9 knots. Well, great results.
Come l'ho trovata? Beh, insomma, il film...
Do you want to know my feelings? Well, FIM 440 Regina is a combination of style, luxury, design, practicality and almost obsessive attention to detail. Everything those who love navigating would never want to give up.